light years from Earth.
You're not going anywhere.
Imprisoned by diamonds.
That's enough!
Can Steven and the crystal gems escape?
We've got friends to save.
Now, Starlight, this has gone on long enough.
Steven Universe Battle of Heart and Mind. 1 hour special on Cartoon Network.
Welcome back to Crystal Clear. I'm Vox, and Cartoon Network Latin America has given us our first official look at Steven Universe Battle of Heart and Mind, the 1 hour Season 5 finale. Now, if you've been on the internet in the last 24 hours, this promo has probably popped up somewhere on your social media feed. And you may be wondering, where did this come from? Was this a mistake? Is this a leak? Well, the source of this recording actually stems from a Roundtable viewer, who I'm assuming lives in a territory that airs Cartoon Network Latin America. Considering the end of a Steven Universe dub short aired before this promo, if it's anything like in the United States, where Cartoon Network airs the dub shorts in between new episodes, perhaps Cartoon Network Latin America just finished airing Together Alone, and they decided, as opposed to giving Battle of Heart and Mind 2-week promotion like in the United States, they're going to give it 3-week promotion. So I do believe this was 100% intentionally aired, and as you may notice, these commercials have English audio, and that's because Cartoon Network Latin America has an English feed. And the Roundtable viewer, Francisco, also followed up with a better recording of the promo on his VCR, once again confirming that yes, this was aired on television. So now that that's all cleared up, this episode is going to be huge. I cannot express my excitement enough. So let's just run down the promo and spitball what may be happening here. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, @AllSharkVox, you already got a gist of my main ideas. Alright, let's do this. We begin with the narrator recapping what's happened thus far. Steven is far from home and imprisoned by diamonds, accompanied by footage from the last act of Legendary Homeworld. Yet we also get a startling narration from Christine Ebersole. I'm assuming it's White Diamond, but it may also be White Pearl. Same voice actress and everything, ominously stating, "You're not going anywhere." Honestly, I can't tell which part of the special this will be, just because we don't know how much White Diamond will be involved yet, but at the same time, I feel like everything we see here is from the first half of the special, if not all in the first segment, as it all appears to be done by Rough Draft. And believe it or not, I can see all this happening in the first 11 minutes. We're then shown what I feel is a very heavy snippet, not just because of Lisa Hannikin's excellent voice work, but because we're finally beginning to see the diamonds just break down, with a dosage of what Pink Diamond probably endured a lot on Homeworld. Blue Diamond shouting, "That's enough!" and shooting one of her beams at Steven. And while it doesn't hurt him too badly, in fact, he just gets pushed back a little, this is still the Diamond equivalent of a parental guardian or an older sibling physically abusing a child. Now, considering Steven didn't sustain any damage, we could wager that Blue Diamond is holding back, which isn't hard to believe considering how attached she is to Pink Diamond, yet I'm just horrified it was Blue Diamond who ended up putting her hands on Steven first. Now, there is a possibility Yellow Diamond came to see Pink beforehand, they're doing a good cop, bad cop thing, and it just derails into bad cop, but sheesh, we're really feeling the gravity of what Steven has done. Homeworld, and especially the relationship between the diamonds, will never be the same. I'd also like to point out that Steven and Connie appear to be in the same chamber that they were thrown into at the end of Together Alone. So I'm thinking escapism will involve him contacting somebody, like the Pebbles or Lars, if not both, but that will only get Steven so far in that episode. Granted, this isn't anything new I'm saying on this channel, I just think this clip confirms that notion. Also take note that Steven is still in Pink Diamond's outfit, so again, this is likely pretty early on into the special. We see Steven holding the gemstones of Sapphire, Ruby, Pearl, and Amethyst, also in his normal clothes, Connie back in her jacket with a different outfit, and sitting behind in the middle of them, White Pearl, although we cannot see her facial expression. I would imagine at this point, however, unless something involving her happens in escapism, she's still very much under her diamond's control, and probably alerting White Diamond that Pink Diamond has escaped. Steven and Connie look horrified as a giant shadow begins to eclipse them, likely the formation of the Diamond Mech, which we'll get to. Steven, back in Pink Diamond's palace, puts back on his iconic star shirt, and they make it a point to show us his gemstone, followed up with him sporting a determined look on his face. With the narration, we have friends to save. Now, one or two things could be going on. One, Steven and Connie find a way to escape, or two, Blue Diamond actually liberates them from the chamber, returning them to Pink's room under the impression that they won't misbehave anymore, to just wait there as the other diamonds figure out a punishment. Of course, Steven's not going to jive with that. His friends are in danger, and he's going to rescue them. We cut to Steven, next to Connie, with the gemstones of Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl on the ground, as Steven summons a large shield and whips it like a frisbee, which we see makes contact with Yellow Diamond, using her gem destabilization on an unseen target, one I believe to be Blue Diamond. And if you look at Yellow Diamond's face, it looks as if she's pained to do it. Not physically, but mentally. Her attack being intervened by Steven himself. So there's actually a good chance Steven and Connie could be making their way towards Pink's ship. But Steven sacrifices his way out to stop the Diamond's feud. He can't leave them now, not after everything they've been through. Yeah, they're not the best people. And as the ending of Together Alone has shown, they're nowhere close to redeemed. But Steven still views them as family. He's not gonna give up on them that easily. Now, fans believe Yellow's eyes right here are actually white, and that her gemstone is glowing, but despite the theory I'm going to provide, I believe that lighting effect is just a result of her blast, as her palette returns to normal as she ceases fire. And boom, there it is. After almost 2 years of speculation, the Diamond Mech theory is finally confirmed, as White Diamond docks her ship on top of Pink Diamond's. And man, I just love how the face of White's ship is drawn here, whereas before it provided a blank face, it now has menacing eyes and lips. And you guys may notice that we can see Yellow Diamond, Blue Diamond, and likely Steven and Connie in between them. Not to mention they're all on Pink Diamond's docking bay. So it seems that after whatever happens with the diamonds, Steven's able to bring everyone back to their senses, and out of fear of what White Diamond's going to do, they attempt to send Steven and Connie off in Pink's ship, which causes White Diamond to intercept them by forming the mech. Not only does she likely have control of all the parts once it's formed, meaning she now has control of Pink's ship, but now Steven and Connie's ticket out of there is ruined. Steven uses his shield to slide down a homeworld pipeline, which I'm pretty sure is the same scene as the press image that has the exact same thing we've gotten earlier last month. He takes off, and in a very dynamic shot, he's reaching out for something or someone. I'm assuming either everyone's gemstones, or, considering his hand goes out, Connie herself who has fallen. So who knows, maybe they'll fuse Stevani. And here, we got something that made me lose my absolute mind. I was already screaming from the Diamond Mech theory when I first watched this, but this did me in. The diamonds crashed through a wall of homeworld, and just judging from their poses, it's Yellow Diamond attacking Blue Diamond. And I feel really bad for the Topaz right there, with the axe weapon. She's just like, whoa, chill out, please. And I mean, it's not every day you see the diamond sprawl. But if you look at Yellow Diamond's eyes, her irises aren't visible. It may be due to the quality of this television promo, but I personally can still make out faint circles, so her pupils aren't gone entirely. They just appear to be purely white. Call me crazy, but I believe this may confirm our theory that White Diamond has control of the mind, using Yellow Diamond as a puppet to fight Blue Diamond. I mean, like, look, those are glowing white eyes, right? And to close out this promo, we get a beautifully drawn close-up of White Diamond, gemstone visible and everything, so she may no longer be glowing at this point, opening her eyes, which are glowing and purely white. This could be White Diamond activating her ship. This could be her implementing mind control to possess Yellow Diamond. Or it could be another option entirely. Now, although footage from the special itself is done, let's take a look at the title reveal for the special. The backdrop is initially the rose quartz gem, but everything completely transitions to white, the background itself being replaced entirely. And we also get what appears to be gem shards floating around, once again in a white background. Now, this graphic could just be created for the actual promotion, and not taken from the episode itself, but based off of something in that episode, which means we could finally see a gem shattered. But that's speculation for another time. Alright, so what's the bigger picture here? Well, after watching this over and over and over again, here's what I've come up with. Like I said, in escapism, whoever Steven contacts, I think Lars, will not be making it by the time the episode concludes. But if it is Lars, he will change his course back to Homeworld. But for the sake of a dramatic reveal, and so the audience doesn't know for a fact that he's coming, escapism could have something where Steven contacts Lars, but Lars isn't necessarily sure of what's going on. He may just realize Steven's contacting him, or the off-color should Steven possess Lars, but maybe Steven's only able to get out so many words. Key things like trapped, Homeworld, help, and as they sit there biding their time before a possible rescue, Blue Diamond enters the chamber to both check up and interrogate Steven, still under the misguided impression that he's Pink Diamond. Steven will probably ask things like, when can I talk to White? Where are my friends? Cross-gem fusion isn't that bad, to which Blue Diamond exclaims, that's enough, just overwhelmed, being absolutely fed up with Steven, and finally begins to lay hands on him. Now, because Blue Diamond is a lot more vulnerable when it comes to her sweet spot, Steven may be able to appease her, and as a result, Blue Diamond moves Steven and Connie back into Pink Diamond's room, to which they change their outfits and decide they need to rescue their friends. While we don't see any of this actual rescue in the promo, Steven and Connie will likely be caught by the diamonds, to which Yellow becomes furious at Blue. Why did you let her out? Now, a theme of season 5 that honestly I thought they wrapped up was internal conflicts. Steven and Connie, Peridot and Lapis, the crystal gems and rose quartz, and something we saw in the trial, Blue Diamond and Yellow Diamond. Yet, they never followed up on this. So I thought their tensions may have been resolved off screen, but no. They're going to come to a boil here, and eventually this fight brings Yellow to the point where she tries to destabilize Blue Diamond. Steven and Connie, initially making a run for Pink's ship, decides to intervene, Steven stopping Yellow Diamond from hurting Blue any further, and momentarily bringing her to her senses. But from that point, White Diamond may also be disappointed in Blue, that Blue has become too emotional, and it's gotten to the point where she's become a problem. So White Diamond takes control of Yellow Diamond, making her finish the job. Now this won't last too long, and some way somehow Yellow Diamond will be broken out of this trance. Yellow and Blue try to aid Steven and Connie off the planet and head towards Pink Diamond's ship, but this is where White Diamond enacts phase 2. Pink Diamond isn't leaving again, and to prevent Pink from leaving, White merges her ship with Pink Diamond's, forming half of the Diamond Mech, and we finally get to see one of White's infamous tantrums. It was set up in Lunchman Homeworld, and we knew we were going to see it eventually in this arc, and now it's here. I feel like they're treating White Diamond as the final boss of a video game. You know how there's always many phases to it? You never just straight up fight the bad guy. There's many objectives and phases. So first, White Diamond fights through Yellow, and then she'll fight with her ship. After the ship's defeated, she'll finally be forced to come out physically, to actually fight, or to actually talk. She's pulling out all of her cards to prevent coming out of that ship. As Yellow Diamond said in Familiar, White never leaves her own head these days, and now she's doing everything she can to stay inside. I think this is done for 2 reasons. One, just to build up that anticipation, to actually see how big White Diamond is side by side with everyone else. How she moves, how she fights, just how powerful is she. But also because once she's out there and vulnerable, no longer inside her own head, she'll have to listen. But we know it won't be that easy. Another thing I want to touch on is the lack of Connie's sword, and how that goes hand in hand with the fact that Steven and Connie no longer have a way off of Homeworld. Connie's sword is nowhere to be seen, and I'm assuming after they make that pit stop to Pink's palace, that's it. That's the last time we're going to go there in this arc. Like, maybe we'll go back to get Steven's duffel bag and the backpack, but that seems like a towards the end of the episode resolution thing. You guys know I've been adamant that Lars is going to come in and save the day. I know I'm jumping to conclusions, but this kind of confirms that for me. I don't see them having any way to get into that ship at this point. It's completely blocked off, and Connie's sword in the promotional image for Diamond Days has to happen at some point. Lars won't be there by the end of Escapism, but I think he'll come in the gist of time, to which Steven and Connie will go back to Earth through Lars' head. Lars and the off-colors and Sun Incinerator will have to combat White Diamond and her ship, perhaps with the assistance of Yellow and Blue. I would love if we had a moment where we discover Blue can fight off White's control, that her emotions just far outweighs White's power, or maybe White will repossess Yellow and for the first time possess Blue, forcing all of them to fight the Sun Incinerator. While that's happening, Steven and Connie run back to Earth. Bismuth makes the sword, all of the gems reform, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, Peridot, Lapis, and we go back to Homeworld for an epic conclusion. Over the next few weeks, especially after Escapism airs, be on the lookout for a bunch of content around this special. There's just so many things to talk about, and I don't want to cram everything into one video, so stay tuned on this channel. It is a great time to be a Steven Universe fan, let me tell you. But what do you guys think of this promo? How excited are you for this special? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts to us at Roundtable Vids, or for my own take at Vox. We're also on Instagram. If you want to help the Roundtable grow, you can either become a member of this channel or support us on Patreon. Get access to exclusive perks. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to stay in the loop of all things Steven. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Vox out.